Guys, I feel kind of different today. Not your normal, peppy, lovable Glenn self. It's not a bad feeling. There's excitement and joy and wonder in it. But it's not a good feeling either. There's despair and hurt and an overwhelming weight. Now it's more like, I don't know. Psych, this is amazing. I'm feeling super. Up, and away. Okay guys, I'm back from the movie. Ready for some spoilers as we get into this? Okay, first spoiler, right off the bat. This movie was more proof that Wonder Woman was a fluke. That stuff was so good, I don't know why DC can't actually pull it off again. But yeah, let's get into this. I didn't like very much about the movie, I'm gonna be honest, but I'm still gonna do likes first because, tradition. So, number one, I really liked the soundtrack. It was just amazing. The soundtrack, quite honestly, probably was the redeeming quality of this entire movie. Second thing that I liked was the relationship. Like, the people who are on screen worked very well together. Even if they're being distant, like Aquaman, they showed the audience what they were supposed to. The awkwardness, or the absence, or the need to bond with other people, that was shown very well throughout the movie. And actually really glad that they were able to pull that off, because that's kind of tricky. Third thing I liked, and last thing that I liked, was the teamwork, like how they struggled at first. It wasn't like they struggled at first and then they magically got better. Like there was progression. Like they started weak, they slowly got better and better, and I liked that. And like the awkwardness at the beginning, like, should I trust them? I don't really like them, and how they had to actually drag everyone together. Like everyone wasn't like, hey, let's go and do this, except for the Flash. Everyone else was like, well, the guy dragged them over. And yeah, I think that was very realistic of humans in general, and very good, and I loved it so much. Now let's get into what was bad, and I'm not gonna say there was a lot, but there wasn't few. First, the Flash, okay? He was comedic relief. Yes, he did some good things. Yes, you could say he was important, but he was so remarkably cringy. Also, the Flash in general, he was very childish. Now, the Flash that we know from the not amazing, but the Flash we know from the series is obviously very mature. Sometimes a little bit silly, but overall you would consider him an adult, a fairly responsible person. This Flash, not so much. They're about the same age, I guess, maybe only a year or two difference, because in the series, Flash already has his criminal justice degree, he's already working, versus in the movie, he just gets it, at the end, he gets accepted as a criminal science forensic officer, I guess. So maybe a year or two difference, but still, the Flash is remarkably immature. And awkward, and like I said, cringy. In fact, here's how I described it to my friend that I went with. If we took the new Spider-Man's personality in Spider-Man Homecoming, and we took the new Flash's personality in Justice League, and we switched them, it would be almost perfect for their actual characters in the comic books. Because Flash, he wasn't always super popular and everything, but he was respected. He was liked, people liked him, he had friends, he wasn't awkward and stupid and everything, but he was smart, and people respected him, it was good. Versus Spider-Man, on the other hand, he was smart, but he was awkward and didn't know how to deal with anything, and no friends. In fact, in the movie Justice League, he literally says, I need friends, which is a very Peter Parker-like thing to say, because Peter Parker didn't really have any friends. So feel like they kind of, even though they're completely different, like, movie maker companies, they kind of switched each other's personalities on that one, which I find very awkward. 2, Cyborg. Okay, it's just because I'm a fan of the original Justice League. Cyborg is not in the beginning of the Justice League. The original Justice League members are Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, Flash, Green Lantern, Aquaman, and then you can argue Hawkman, like you can. But Cyborg comes later. We know that. Cyborg comes later. But he's there now. He's like one of the first 5 members, I guess. I don't like that. I see it was extremely important for the story with the whole technological spheres that he was created from, so he had to obviously be the one to destroy them. That all makes sense. I get that. For the storyline, it makes sense that he's here now. But like, comic book canon, he isn't there. 3, speaking of people who aren't there, Green Lantern. Literally only mentioned for a second. We like saw a Green Lantern at the very, not at the very beginning, but like near the beginning when Wonder Woman was explained when Steppenwolf, who is the main villain of this movie, when Steppenwolf was first defeated, like it shows Green Lanterns, they casually mention them, but still, like it doesn't actually, he's never actually there, and I find that very sad. I hope they fix that, but he should have been there to begin with anyways. 4, Aquaman. Oh my gosh. Do you all remember Aquaman in his like teal green tights, this orange shirt with like the little scales all over it, and how he was like almost completely useless, but like he could do a good job if it involved water, and like he was kind of funny, he was comic relief kind of. Yeah, not at all. He's turned into a complete like badass, I guess. I don't like it. It's not Aquaman. Like in all the iterations, all the iterations of Aquaman, he's always been okay. He's not always been completely useless, but he's wavered in powers and abilities. But he's never been like super. I am amazing and strong. 5, Superman comes back to life. No. Before all of you rush out, like, of course he was going to come back to life, blah, 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 the end scene, and Big Slick predicted, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, they were wrong. They didn't do it like that. Now, see, I'm a person, I can accept when movies make stupid ideas and stupid decisions. Oh, great. Superman is alive again. But see, like, we kind of knew that was going to happen anyways. And then we're like, okay, I'm prepared for this. Like, obviously Superman's going to come back to life. But no. They don't do it that way. They use the boxes of power to bring him back to life. And I'm like, excuse me, back up movie. If I'm going to be disappointed by you, which I know I am going to be, I want to be disappointed in a way that I like. I want to be disappointed in the way that you told me I was going to be disappointed. How can Superman have to be resurrected by the boxes if he was already resurrecting himself at the end of your last one? Make up your mind. I'm okay with one or the other, but do not try to do both and then back out of one, okay? Gosh. 6, the end scenes. Okay, the first end scene is kind of cute. It's like Flash and Superman racing, an age-old thing. Technically, Flash is faster, but you know, it's cute. It's funny. I'm fine with that. The other one is what kind of messes me up. It's not bad. It's because it's not descriptive. Okay, so what happens is Lex Luthor, obviously, he escaped from prison, blah, 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 and then we see Deathstroke, and he's like talking to Deathstroke, and blah, 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 like he's realized the superheroes are creating their own, like, Justice League, and then he says, maybe we should create a league of our own, and that, like, cuts off there, I'm like, really? Really? Because obviously, automatically, you're thinking, oh my gosh, league of our own, and you think, oh my gosh, perfect supervillain team. And then if you're like a diehard comic book fan, you might think, oh my gosh, Lex Luthor plus Deathstroke. Didn't Deathstroke help Lex create the secret society of supervillains? And you'd be right, but like it's so awkward even in the comic books with like how long these supervillain alliances last, which one there is, because there's others, obviously. There's the Injustice League, which most people know. There's the Anti-Justice League. And there's also, like, the Brotherhood of Evil. Yeah, the Brotherhood of Evil. And, like, it could be any of those. There's, like, no description of which one it is. So it could be any of those. It kind of drives me crazy that they weren't specific enough. But, yeah, that's it. Overall, this was a pretty average DC movie. I can't give it, like, a wow rating. honestly, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I hate it, get it out of my mind, 5 being it was okay, but I probably wouldn't watch again, and 10 being oh my gosh, I'm going tomorrow, I kind of have to rate this a 5, maybe a 4.5, because it was okay, but like, I honestly can say that I have no interest in watching again, whatsoever. But yeah, so that was my review on Justice League. Tell me what you guys thought in the comments, any theories that you have on like what supervillain team could be the new supervillain team. Also, like what superheroes do you think we're going to add in the future to the Justice League, like right away in the next movie. Don't forget to like and share with all of your comic book nerd friends, or just any friends in general that happen to like superhero movies. Yeah, all my social media right here, it's pretty awesome. So let's have some fun and smile, because we have so many good Marvel movies to look forward to, like Deadpool 2, and Black Panther, and Xfinity Wars Part 1 and Part 2. Like, honestly, how could one not be excited for Marvel at this point? DC, you either need to step up your game or get out.